Welcome back to Brews and Boobs. Or sorry, Pub Crew.
Hold on, play that back real quick. Hold on. To another episode of Pub Crew.
Yeah. Pub Crews.
Brews and Boobs.
We're rebranding.
We're gonna start rebranding. Let us know if it's catching on.
Yeah.
We hope you've had a good week. I've had a good week. I'm just tired.
That's good to hear. Same. It's been a great week. It's been a pretty good week. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's better than good. It's great.
It's great. Great.
Think we'll get sued? That's pretty spot on if I had to say it.
No, I think we'll be fine. I thought you were trying to make like a pun on the tiger, but you said spots, and that made me think of like a cheetah. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna move on mentally.
I could see why you would think that. Like, I make a lot of puns.
Yeah.
But to be fair, this is the one time I actually wasn't trying to, but I feel kind of sad I wasn't making the pun.
Yeah. Salud.
Oh my god, thank you.
Yeah, but we hope you guys at home are having a great week as well.
Goddamn,
I don't even fucking fix the Jägermeister.
I'm gonna sneeze my goddamn brain out. I'm all right.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Yeah, salud.
Just dying over here. Don't mind me.
Yeah. But today we have some beers because I kind of want to drink.
This is my gas. My dramatic gasp like an enemy.
Oh.
Like,
That sounded like you were getting out of the Matrix for the first time. Like,
that's a dramatic gasp.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
So
you
I
did
sold the role.
I'm saying you did such a good job. Yeah.
Hey, thanks, man.
Have you ever thought about acting?
To act?
Boop.
So, anyways, I have a Bayer Isarbach. It's a Weisberbach. Weisber.
Yeah.
It's a Weisbeer.
Oh, nice. That means
Weisbeer. But it's a Bach. Those two terms contradict, Vic. Guess we'll find out today.
Yes.
What do you have? I like the artwork on yours.
Yeah, I got a Grumpy Hell, which is a beer.
I'm assuming it's a Helles.
Yeah. This actually makes me laugh because it looks like Dan.
Look like Dan? It does look like Dan.
Just like I've never seen him angry, so I can't say this. This is
That's
what
not
he
true.
Looks. Oh.
we have our own personal collection of memes of each other, and
yeah.
Dan's. That's why you thought it looked like Dan.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to put it up now, Vic. Everyone's gonna have to know. And Dan, I know you watch the show. We love you.
I'm gonna take a picture of it now so I don't forget.
That's not that. The world was gonna find out one way or another, Dan. And it was through this show.
What?
The meme.
Oh.
Don't worry, we'll post ours too.
No, well, I'm not gonna post the meme. I'm just gonna
you gotta post the meme.
Okay, I'll post the meme.
Context is important, Vic.
Yeah.
I went too heavy on this pour. Whoops. Oh, tits. Oh. Just right.
But you sound like fucking Watto for half a second. Oh, Annie.
That's the sound I make when I'm about to fuck up a beer. Whoa.
Fuck, restart the Star Wars counter.
Damn it. Didn't even get well, yeah, we got a week.
Yeah,
least.
I guess, yeah. Oh, man. This is great.
It's definitely more Weisber than Bach.
Yeah. It's a light Bach.
Oh, is that what that meant?
Well, yeah. I think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense.
Mm-hmm. But this is good. This is really good.
Well, it's pretty good, you know?
Yeah. Are you ready?
We'll be here for a while. Yeah. Cheers. And remember, you don't have to drink the show at the pub crew, but it helps. I did this so wrong.
Now we need a catchphrase for bruise and boobs.
Catchphrase.
Catchphrase.
Cat. Phrase. Cat. Phrase.
Yeah. What fucking kind of beat poetry are we doing right now?
Blame that reefer. But
we need bongos.
Fuck. Just like a continuous like.
I took my Pokemon cards. I traded. That's from the rap battle, like the the dude with the glasses.
Yeah.
I picked up the rock, or I forgot what he said. I shoot my shot. I missed it. Oh, psych! I switched it. I don't know why that popped up in my head. Fucking, how crazy is it that like in the internet era we have those like moments of like spontaneity where you're like, oh, remember this meme? Like, and your brain just fucking gets flooded.
Just, and I feel that's why the nostalgia factor is so high these days, because everyone that did grow up on the internet and that era of like you just said, where things are like, hey, remember that shit? You remember salad fingers?
Yeah.
And then you're like, whoa.
Yeah. Remember consuming so much information that your brain just exploded?
Mm-hmm. And it was too much for you to probably comprehend at the time, but everyone was like, nah, you're gifted and talented, son. You'll be all right. So you just kind of went. You kind of just went on with your life, not realizing you have crippling ADHD now and anxiety you don't know what to do with.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, you're special. And I was like, thanks. Talked about me. It was me. I just talked about.
I don't know. I feel seen.
Yep. Read it.
Yeah. I'm about to report this video. I'm in this and I don't like it.
If anyone else can relate, you're not alone. Like, I feel like that's the biggest thing about our era is it was a lot to take in all at once. And
phrasing. Anyways. But like grown-ups at that time were like, oh, well, this is nifty for work and emails. Wow. Everyone else who was not in that demographic was like, we can upload shit to this. A lot of shit. Yeah. And the people who didn't have filters, most kids in that era, were like, have you been to eFucked, man? Check out this shit. And just completely ruined. Have you ever heard of Rule 34?
Have you seen Two Kids, One Sandbox?
So anyway, we're not gonna like.
No one looked that up. And if you have, you've been warned.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
I'm not even saying it as like the, oh, don't do it, but do it. No, just don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's not. Just don't. You shouldn't.
Popcorn does not know the use of.
Meg, I need you to put a disclaimer right here. Real quick. You just put a disclaimer real quick. Do not look up and then bold the thing.
Yeah, in big letters, spelled correctly.
In fact, that's the only thing he spelled right in that disclaimer. Disclaimer's not even spelled right. It says Dick Claimer.
And it's a clickable link. I can just click it.
It says Dick Claimer. Click here.
Oh, man.
And it worked.
Oh, that's funny. Dick Claimer. I'm going to do that. Did you know that I've always wanted to do some viewer discretion is advice jokes in like one of like our shows or a show that I make? I don't know why I'm fucking saying this now because it's not gonna be funny. I kind of did it when I was making YouTube videos like 4 years ago.
but I stole that from Code Monkeys because I would start noticing that their viewer discretion
It changed every episode.
changed every
right?
episode.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that I was like, wow, that's funny, that's cool, that's quirky. And I've always wanted to do that in the show, but I've never had a show that would last so long. And I don't want to do a viewer discretion as advice for this show because I don't know.
I feel like you need to put a viewer discretion as advised at the beginning of this episode. If not for the fact that you just said it,
Yeah.
for the thing that we're gonna put a disclaimer for right now.
Yeah, disclaimer. And it's gonna be misspelled. It's all gonna be misspelled.
Everything but the hyperlink.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna put a hyperlink.
I wouldn't. That's just
hit
asking.
the eye at the top of the
right over here.
Just gonna take them to our like Street Fighter series.
Shut up,
yeah,
Vic. How is they gonna find out?
If you're listening through this through audio only, go check out our YouTube. We have gaming shows there sometimes.
Chodes? You said chodes.
Yeah.
We have gaming chodes.
Yeah.
We have other chodes too, Vic, okay? we don't, you know.
Chode born.
Apex born. Apex chode.
Apex born.
I'm fucking doing it all these universes. It's a goddamn multiverse over here, Vic.
Oh man,
it's the Chodeverse. Attack of the Chodes.
Whoa!
Revenge of the Chodes.
That's like
a new Chode.
It's like going out on the weekends.
Revenge of the Chodes.
Revenge of the Chodes.
The last Chode. The Chode strikes back. A Chode awakens.
Chode awakens.
Oh, help! Iron Chode, stop!
Iron Chode. I actually really like that one.
Dr. Chode.
Yeah.
Stop me.
The multiverse of Chode.
That's where it all converges. That's the Chodevergence.
Harry Chode.
No franchises. Super Chode.
I like how you're like help us, and I'm like, okay, I'll start.
Okay, I got more.
I'll pick up some of the.
Don't worry, buddy. I got more. I can bring in more Chodes. We need all the Chodes. Robo Chode. Let's go.
Oh, Robo Chode.
Terma Chode.
Terma Chode. Oh man.
What a Chodicament.
Yeah. The last Chode.
No, the last Chode bender.
The fifth Chode. Oh man, Chode Club.
Close Chodes.
Schindler's Chode.
Oh, shit. All right. That's the last. We ended on Schindler's Chode. You know you're gone too far when there's a Schindler's Chode joke.
For real.
Holy shit.
Man. That's okay. The only one that could come up after was Chode History X. Jiro dreams of Chode. All right, we gotta stop.
Oh my god.
Oh man, this is the quality entertainment. Whoa, that was glued.
I'm not getting it. That's why you got a second coaster over there.
Oh shit, there are two. Hey.
That's not the reason why I gave you two, but I'm glad it was there.
Yeah.
Just in case. Because let's be honest, Vic, none of us can get it from here.
Yeah.
Without a significant amount of moving.
Percy, please.
We'll just play with it.
Hey, we can record that. Millions of views.
True. That was the best content we ever put out, and we weren't even on screen.
For real.
I'll take it.
Oh, man. Okay, a merch idea. We just do the Three Amigos, but with your cats.
It could work now because we have 3 cats.
Yeah. Like a Neapolitan ice cream, but with your cats.
None of them are
A
strawberry.
Duvalin.
Okay.
Whatever.
None of them are strawberry.
Whatever, they're different colors.
It'd be the grayscale of Neapolitan.
Yeah. A colorblind Neapolitan, if you will.
You got black, white, gray. It's just not as black, not as white.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Perfect.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess that'd work out. But yes, we should do that. I wonder if I can get all three of them to fit into an ice cream container.
Just buy those tubs.
Oh, it's gonna have to be a tub.
Yeah.
It only work now while Percival's so small.
Yeah.
It's getting him to do it's the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get cats high?
Yeah, catnip.
No. No. Catnip don't work. Well, at least on my cats, it don't work that way. They
No,
get, like,
yeah. I
They,
mean,
they become tweakers.
yeah.
I feel like it does the opposite. Yeah. They're like they're rubbing all over the floor.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Because apparently they like to eat it. Or like they're supposed to, right? Clarence doesn't do that. He's weird. He'll kind of look at it and eat it, but not if you hand it to him. It's like crush it up a bit, roll it up, take a hit.
Yeah.
But when I give it to him, he's like, he looks at it and he's just like, well, and I have to like sprinkle on the floor. Then he's like, and that's the enjoyment he gets out of it. No other way. And he'll kind of eat at it from the floor, but for the most part, he just likes to be covered in this shit.
Yeah. He just likes to have his Tony Montana moment.
True. He is white as, say it with me now, Coke.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't say it with you, but
You didn't. You didn't say it with me, Vic.
Yeah. I said yeah.
You kind of fucked me on that one.
I said yeah.
But I didn't say yeah. I said Coke.
Yeah. Oh man.
I don't think it
I'm
works.
sorry. I thought that was solicitation.
What, Coke?
Yeah.
What's soliciting about that? Is it that Clarence is the dealer?
No, it's usually tied to hookers. It's like Coke and hookers.
Wait, so is
Yeah.
that where the solicitation comes from?
Yeah, I don't know. My bad.
The fuck, bro? Says hookers once and rubs up on me. Told you, Vic, that life's behind me. That life's behind me now, Vic.
Roxanne. Oh man. I don't think I could ever be a hooker.
Okay.
Like working at a meat processing plant, like just
Oh.
putting
Oh.
slabs of meat on hooks.
Oh.
I don't think I could ever be a hooker.
Are you sure that's the professional term for that job?
No, we're not gonna go into the fucking carpet for shit. We fucking
Carpenters
Yeah.
aren't carpenters because they don't deal with carpets.
Yeah, we're not going into
And
that again.
florists don't deal with floors.
Yeah.
And flowerists is probably what started The Last of Us
Yeah.
because of the flower.
Yeah. Yeah, like they're called botanists, but they don't deal with robots. Holy shit! I got.
There's no bots involved.
Yeah.
It's botany. Is that like mutiny for
Yeah.
robots?
Yeah. What the fuck was?
All right, Vic. Cut off. It's 2 coasters for 3. All right,
Bro, it's like,
I mean, look. If I could do it every time, I don't know.
why is this happening?
I don't know. That's 2 coasters. Vic.
Dude, that's so weird.
The exact same way. They're right next to each
What
other.
fucking type of show are we running here?
Hold on. I'll get it. Hold on. I got it.
It's okay. I have a third one. We just we'll be good until this one fucking.
It's going to be great content. Keep talking.
It's gonna be great until this one falls. Oh man, I don't know what to talk about really once I get put on the spot. Whoa, that is. It could be. I could zoom in on it. Dude, thanks, man.
I want to give him a good one swipe.
Make them rub up on each other.
Yep, that's how I keep my balls warm in the winter.
Oh man. Dude, what the fuck is going on? What is this show?
I don't know, man. It's impressive that it's only taken this long for that to happen.
For real. That's a pretty good coaster.
It's pretty good until it fucking falls.
Yeah. Did I just like cup it perfectly, like in like to
Each
make like
time?
a suction like of air?
Both times?
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them? That's impressive.
Yeah. Oh man, that's that's the kind of shit I came to see here at Pub Crew. For you audio listeners, the coaster just keeps fucking.
2 coasters.
Yeah.
2 different coasters.
Yeah. Hopefully, I can like up the volume when it drops.
Fucking the.
Yeah.
I did have an interesting moment at work the other day, and I still see it. It's still kind of fresh. It was like maybe like a couple days ago, but I keep fucking forgetting it. So this fucking guy, this fucking guy,
This
the
fucking
guy.
guy,
It was just
yeah.
there's just the guy. I'm doing my job, doing my thing, and then he's like trying to tell me something, and I'm like doing like 10 things at once, and he's like trying to tell me something, and he's like, my Spanish isn't that good.
Mm-hmm.
I know some, but not a lot.
Yeah.
He's trying to tell me something, and I'm like, I don't understand. And then I still couldn't fucking remember it. I just noticed because when I finally saw he was pointing at, and then he was trying to tell me gloves, but I don't know how, like in Spanish. Like I don't remember what it was. Like he was trying to
Guantes.
Guantes dick in your mouth.
Nice.
High five. This is the perfect build up
Yeah.
for a joke, Vic.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was able to
Mm-hmm.
pull that one off today.
That's super funny.
I'll take my
God damn, bro.
damn, so that joke was so good, Vic. It crashed the fucking system.
Yeah, good. Right. We'll go with that. Oh man.
You decided.
Yeah. It took 2 weeks for me to forget about Guantes. Right? We were talking about it, right? Was it with you?
It was probably with me.
Oh, okay. Because I remember
Vic,
talking about that with
Vic,
somebody.
Vic, who else in your life makes so many
You're right.
Bofa, Candace,
Ramen.
Ligma?
Yeah.
I mean,
Joe.
9 times out of 10, it's probably me. You understand how difficult it becomes for me in my career to have to come up with new ones
Mhm.
and have to be so subtle like that
Yeah.
into bringing
Yeah.
them up without someone catching on to me and like, he's gonna fucking, he's doing,
He's
there's a
gonna
dick
do
or a
the
ball
thing,
joke in
yeah.
here somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It's a dick or a ball.
gotta find new ways to sneak them in, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah, that's cool, man. I appreciate it. Because I remember saying it to people and I'm like, yeah, I'm probably like never gonna do it. But like when does that come up? You know, like it's so specific. You have to be talking to bilingual people.
Exactly. That's what, and then the benefit is my Spanish is not that good, so it's believable on
yeah,
my
it's
end.
believable, yeah.
Coming from me, it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
What
My
if I
line of
would've-
work, I do use gloves.
What if I would have said manoplas?
I would have been like, monopause these balls. I don't know. It's a stretch, but I'm gonna sell it.
I think manoplas are mittens though.
Oh,
They're not like gloves.
why would I drop my mittens, Vic?
I don't know. Anyway.
Did I ever tell you the way I actually learned about that one? I didn't come up with that fluidly. Someone tried to get me with it. but my own natural defense kicked in, and it's that I legit didn't know the Spanish word for gloves.
Yeah.
And it was just, it worked out so beautifully because it was someone that I'm always on, like, when we're working, like, we're talking, and he tried to get me with it almost like that. And he was like, man, he goes, Ryan, you know Spanish, right? And I go, kinda. I'm like, somewhat, but I'm not the expert. And he's like, well, how do you say gloves in Spanish? And I was legit like, being stupid. I was like, gloves.
Los gloves.
Los gloves.
Yeah.
As I hold out my hand, so you know. And he's like, you fuck. I'm like, look, dude. It was an educated guess. It wasn't the smartest one, but I took a whack at it, and I mean, we missed, right? So he's like, God damn it. Like, whatever. And then we just let it go, right?
Yeah.
He goes, whatever. So someone else joined us. He knows Spanish, and he did the same thing. He goes, yeah, man. He's like, same thing. Like, how do you say gloves in Spanish? He goes, oh, want this digging a well? And then I was like, no.
You try to get me?
Yeah, I was like, you tried to get me. And he goes, damn it, I was trying to get right with that, but you, damn it. And I'm like, I was like, my own ignorance is what saved me today. I was blessed today. And that was my benefit. It was a gift.
That's fucking funny.
My own natural defenses were like, don't even try. Like, yeah, you could have Googled it. Don't. Just go with your wit.
Yeah, Glovos.
Yeah. And they were like, this fuck Glovos. And I go, yeah, at least I didn't say it right.
Yeah.
And fall for the fucking trap.
Oh, that's good. That's pretty good.
Like, I kind of wish I came up with that one. But, like, see, now it means I have to broaden my horizons when it comes to wanting to say shit like that. Because I already can't do the other avenues. Like, everyone knows the Candaces, the Wilmas, the alpacas.
Yeah.
Like most people know. It's always a benefit when people don't. I got a coworker with Bofa the other day. That was a miracle.
Yeah.
Because it was so fluid. And it was genuine.
Yeah.
There was witnesses. It's one of those things where we were just talking and midway. I had another person in my ear. And then one of them goes, dare you to get him with a Bofa. And I'll, like, in my head, I'm like, I know the mission. And we're just talking. And they go, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's a crazy day, man. Yeah, and I was over here, you know, having to do this, do that. And I ran into Bofa and I didn't know what to do. And he goes, you ran into one? I was like, yeah, I ran into Bofa. I didn't know what to do. And he's like, what's, like, the genuine, what's Bofa? And then everyone, oh, Bofa, these nuts.
It's so good.
The look on his face was, oh,
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, it's so good.
Everyone on the line was like, Houston, we did it. We finally did it. Like,
yeah,
yes.
That's freaking hilarious, man.
It's all about delivery sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, man, I saw this really funny one, and it was a Korean word. Fuck, and I forgot what it was.
You're not gonna get me with it, Vic. I don't know Korean.
No, I wasn't fucking making the same.
You can't do it, Vic. It's too soon.
No, I'm not gonna remember. If I see it again, I'll put it right now. But yeah, it was fucking hilarious, man. I loved it. I love national jokes, multilingual jokes.
Is it multilingual? Well, it's multilingual and multicultural.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful. These cultures meshing.
Yeah. Not just through food can we
can we join forces and blend our cultures.
Yeah.
But through Bofa and D's, can we also enjoy each other's company and cultures?
Bofa D's is like my favorite fucking Greek philosopher.
Danateo Bofa D's? Deska? Nani?
Oh man, should we get another beer?
Did you want to do another beer? We technically we cut off at half
30,
an hour.
yeah.
So we have
Yeah,
we could do another beer.
Fuck it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Vic.
Stop.
Oh, drop. Shut him down. Open up shop. Oh, no. That's a Rough Riders roll.
Hell yeah. This is like a folk CD case. The cover art.
Almo? Alms? Oh,
Alms.
Alms.
Almonds.
Is that how you say your alms? Your almonds or alms?
Almonds and pecans.
Peas in a can pie, yes.
I say pecans like on purpose.
Is that not the same thing as like that's just the way you say it?
Well, no, because I know that the correct way to say it is pecans.
I thought that was subjective.
I thought it was just like
Some people say pecans, some people say pecans. I don't think anyone's wrong.
pecans.
Some say potatoes, some say potatoes.
Yeah.
It's all potatoes.
And some say tomatoes.
That's the one.
Tell you what.
Your alms or your alms,
Yeah.
your Nevadas or your Nevadas.
Nevadas.
Nevada.
You're just saying that for everything. Missouri these nuts.
I need help. I need so much help. I can't stop. It's a fucking curse. It's killing me slowly inside. All I do is imagine dragging. Imagine dragging these nuts.
Oh shit, dude.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I got a headache. Let's continue.
Oh fuck, man.
Are we back? Did we come
Yeah,
back yet?
fucking- yeah.
My bad.
It's okay.
So I got a Baron Wise.
Go to Canada. Kennedy's nuts. Anyways, sorry. Oh man.
So I have a Baron Weiss, a Baron Stark trademark, Gebraucht nach dem Schützen, Reinhard von 1516.
Whoa.
Imported from Germany.
Nice. I just have the Alms craft beer Alms Hell. So I got another Helles.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'll say, is it almond? That's not what alms means, is it?
No.
Thought they were just abbreviating.
Yeah. This is cerveza, by the way. This is beer.
I thought it just says cerveza. But it also says beer.
Yeah. It also says beer.
It says beer.
And beer.
Beer and cerveza.
I actually love those videos of like how different countries pronounce words and they give them like a stereotypical accent.
Accent, yeah.
I saw the one for tomato today and it was fucking tomate. Tomat. Tomato.
Kartoffel.
Yeah, that's potato.
That is
That's
potato.
potat.
I don't know how to say tomato.
Tomat.
No. That's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Tomatin.
Toboggan.
Toboggan. But yeah, anyways.
Oh, I didn't say what this one was. Oh, the first beer that I had was a 7.2.
Mine was like 5 point something.
This one's a 5.6.
Oh, this one's 4.9. This one's 5.2.
This one's 5.6.
Nice.
I don't even know what kind of beer this is. Baron Weiss?
Weiss beer?
Probably.
Weiss beer?
It looks like a Weiss.
Bear Weiss.
If it looks like a Weiss, pours like a Weiss, smells like a Weiss, it's a bear. You know, I just realized the cleverness behind this beer is that it's Baron steak and there's a fucking bear on it. It's just genius is what it is.
You think they know about that?
If they don't, someone should tell them. Cause that's fucking genius right there. They had to have known, right?
I think so.
Fuck. Whatever, Vic. Shoot me.
I was trying to do the gif of the kid with like the computer.
Your face was right. You just didn't do a thumbs up. So I was like, whatever, Vic. Whatever. You don't have to drink shit with the pub crew, but it fucking helps.
You don't have to motorboat with Brews and Cruise. Or fuck, what is it? Brews and Boobs.
Brews and boobs.
Fuck.
You don't have to
Whatever, I
motorboat
fucked
to
it up.
bruise with the boobs, but it boobs. Oh, I like that one.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, I really like that one.
That's nice. I like these beers. It's almost like Germany knows a thing or two about beers.
Right? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I do want to do something else. Like we've done, I don't know
There's
how
just
many.
too many of these in our fridge.
There's too many. We're not wasters, just so we were doing all the German beers.
Wasters.
But at the same time, we've done so many German beers
Yeah.
that I'm kind of like, these are all. But that's the thing is, like, I'm not disappointed. Like, they're all great. Like, I don't
Mhm.
think there's one I could say I haven't liked.
Yeah.
There's some that I would rank lower, but it's not because I didn't like it. It's just like, this one was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I think that's the key point is like when it comes to most of these German beers, they're on point
Yeah.
with what they're doing. If it's a Helles, I think that's where it was. I had a lot of the Helles, and they've been like
On a
Okay.
scale, on a scale of 1 to 5, they're all 3s at least.
at least, so they're not bad. Nothing to
Like,
write home
yeah,
about,
Yeah.
but they're not bad.
Yeah. There's some 4s and 5s in there, but like
Yes.
that, like the bar was set at 3. Like, there's no bad beer.
Yeah, none of them have been terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They've all been solid. They all are exactly what they are. If they're revised, they're revised. If they're Hells, they're Hells. If they're Hef, they're a Hef. Like they've all been what they're supposed to be, and I think they've all been.
That's the beauty of the simplicity of craft beer from Germany.
Yeah,
It's very straightforward.
is that I feel like you could go on a binge there to different breweries and you'll be just fine.
Yeah, like their recipes are probably like hundreds of years old.
For sure. Especially most of the breweries out there. Yeah, we think we talked about this. Some of the breweries out there, like
Mhm.
they get them from like old what are they like monks? Or,
Yeah,
like, yeah.
oh, yeah.
That
Oh
used-
yeah, we had craft Brita.
Yeah, and like that's where they get some of their recipes from. So some of these breweries out there actually do that, and they're so heavy, like they were meant to replace a meal, and it's just woof.
Yeah.
Those ones I think they only do so much because it's like for the fasting and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But when it comes to like the craft beer itself, like if they had a Bach, it's a Bach,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not going to be disappointed. Which I could see why, and it's just kind of resonating with me. Like, there was this customer that I had a while back. This is maybe a couple years ago, maybe a few years ago, where he was from Germany, and he lives here now. And this guy was cool. Like he was cool as fuck. He was funny too. And like cracking jokes and just talking. He liked to talk. He was an older guy and working, talking at the same time. And then like he asked towards the end and was like, "Do you like beer?" I'm like, well,
Mm-hmm.
this was pre-pub crew, so he didn't know me yet.
Yeah.
I
I wasn't
play
a
that
local celebrity.
Yeah, I wasn't on the charts yet.
On the charts. We're like the fucking lowest level of the chart.
Hey,
We're
fuck
like,
you, Vic.
We're like when you fucking pick a Mortal Kombat difficulty, we're always at the bottom. Like no matter if you pick
We're
novice, expert,
at the
combat,
bottom of the
whatever.
totem.
Yeah, we're the first one. We're like the Johnny Cage. We're like the
hey, Johnny Cage is underrated. All right, you need to understand that. Respect the
All I'm
Cage,
saying
man.
is that we're nut punching our way into
into victory against
here.
Goro.
Yeah.
Fucking second in command to Shao Kahn. We're just.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
Never mind. I like that analogy now.
Yeah, me too.
I am now. You almost didn't have me at first, Vic, but I'm on board
Yeah,
now.
we did a 180 with
Did a
it.
180. I'm on board now. Sign me up. What the fuck was he talking about? Oh yeah. So this guy
Yeah.
was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Well, do you like beer?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." And then he showed me like he has beer, like he has some aged ones, but he had like
Yeah.
a whole bunch of like German beer. He goes, "This is good beer," and it wasn't in a fridge. it was like it was bottled, and it was like fucking legit German beer. I forgot the name. We drank it a while back, I think, when I had it.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, because I think when I got it, I had a bottle of it,
Yeah.
and we killed it.
Mm-hmm.
It was good too.
Yeah.
I remember we drank it because I was like, Vic, I got this beer.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's like a solid German beer, because he goes like, no, I don't like any of these. I like a good German beer. And it's one of those things where I know where he's coming from when he says that.
Yeah.
It's not that all like craft beer or anything like that is shit, or even any other beer. It's just I know where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Because in Germany, if that's where clearly that's where he grew up from, and he's definitely partook because it never left his passion for the beer.
Yeah.
Once you've had it and you've grown up on it, and like that's what you're used to, yeah, it's a thing you've appreciated. You know that's where you're at. That's now your standard. So us, I think saying these have been threes all around for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the standard.
Yeah.
That's kind of a high standard for beer, to be honest with you. If it's a 3 out of 5, like,
yeah,
there's plenty of beers that hit in the 2s and 1s,
and not in the wicked way. Anyway,
yeah, not in the 1s and 2s.
Yeah, but no, I get you. I know exactly what you mean. It's really crazy that German beers are like, well, we just want to make a simple, good tasting beer. Like, if you don't like the taste of beer, you're not gonna like German beers. But if that was your palate, if you grew up with it, if that was what you have known all your life, then like that's like your standard is set pretty high. Why would you bother with all of these other breweries? And I'm not saying they're bad, but I'm just saying, why would you bother with all these breweries that are sort of experimenting and adding all of these variables into your beer? And it doesn't create like that same profile, that same type of flavor. Like, I know a lot of even like American German style beers and even Mexican German style beers have a completely different taste than like their German counterpart. Like, Mexico was huge on getting German recipes and German I guess brewmasters, to like help them like make their beer.
Yeah, some cerveza that they brew is actually inspired by German brewing.
Exactly.
And you can kind of get that in some of them, where you're like, oh, okay,
yeah.
But of course they're gonna do their own thing. Which, why wouldn't you? And I think that's the beauty of craft beer, is like the brewing style or where it comes from is important, but it's important that you also do your own thing. And I think that's the beauty of like craft being the keyword there.
Yeah, it's a craft.
It's a craft. That's what I'm saying. Is like I've been loving this journey down this whole like German beers, and it's been great. But at the same time, I'm ready to get into other shit.
Yeah, we can fucking.
I'm ready to get into some crazy shit again.
Yeah, for real.
I feel like this whole time we've been eased, because we're like, we know we're gonna have a good beer.
This is a traditional, for real. This is gonna be a nice traditional
like
beer.
These past episodes up to now has been like, we're having some good beers. We know we're getting some good beers today.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Old Sheepdog's been coming up with Sex Panther and their Golden Stout,
their Golden Stout, their Scottish Ale.
Yeah. And then Blazing Tree has their CBD beer back.
Did we do that on the show already?
I think we had some when we had Royal Cuervo on, but I don't think we've like featured it. Either that or when we had the boys of Trash Baguette. Because I'm pretty sure
you're right at Blazing Tree. Right?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then Aurelius,
we should feature it again.
Aurelius doing the Gengar.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I want to get the Gengar beer, but
too.
it's an IPA though. No, it's a
sour, isn't it?
It's a sour. Yeah, you're right. I was like, it's one of the ones I'm not.
But I want to catch the shiny. God damn it!
I know.
I want that skateboard.
I was legit like, yo, I want that. It's a sour.
I kind of still want it.
Yeah.
I want it, if not alone for the artwork.
Yeah.
Like Aurelia's, I think that the artwork, right, is inspired by their new brewer.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He's the one that's kind of influenced it. That's his own take on it, which I think is great because actually his brews have been pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
And I think him having that artwork's kind of like, yeah, you're hitting a demographic here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it.
Yeah, we are the demographic.
We are that demographic.
Yeah.
But I think that is for sure two brews we should probably hunt down.
Oh, definitely.
Because I'm down. If we haven't featured the CBD one, we should.
Yeah.
Go get a growler with that, and I think
Yeah.
we'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Gengar one I don't think that's released yet, has it?
I don't think so either. I think it's gonna release soon.
We're gonna have to go.
If
grab
it hasn't,
some.
it's probably released by the time this episode goes up. But
True shit.
yeah.
And then we'll
figure it
make
out.
sure to at least get. Well, we can pick up cans of it.
Yeah.
I want the cans because I want the artwork.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what's important. I was like, we can get no. Ends.
Let's grab a 4-pack today.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually been wanting to take a trip to the west side and
West Side.
check out our areas again.
We've been meaning to. We need
yeah.
to hit up Justin.
Yeah.
Justin, why have you forsaken us? Like he watches the show. And if he does, why have you forsaken us? I reiterate my first question.
Yeah. Trust in my self-righteous suicide.
Have you seen, on that note, have you seen, I forgot the guy who they were interviewing, but it was someone, I guess, who helped Surge write that verse. Not even
Rick
help.
Rubin, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was. Where he was just like, Surge was coming up to him for like, I don't know what to do in this song. And he went, go to one of those books. He's like, pick out a book and then flip it. And then just pick out a verse. And he landed on that whole verse for that fucking part. And I think that's like, it's beautiful.
That is beauty, man. It's serendipitous. It's so crazy.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where he's just like, I'll help you. Go over there. Just pick something. I'm like, okay, and then what? Flip it to a fucking page. And then that right there.
Yeah.
And Surge is actually a really good writer. I mean, I know people give him shit because I think
he's a pretty good singer and people give him shit for that too.
Yeah, and I think because people don't, I don't know, he has a unique voice.
Yeah.
And I think that's also a reason why people don't like him.
Yeah, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's where people lie, is like you either love him or you hate him, which I think is weird. I don't think there's really a middle ground for him. Because that means people either love System of a Down or hate System of a Down because of Surge.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think he's kind of underrated in that because he doesn't get enough props for, like, when he did his own solo project, a lot of his work was actually really good.
Yeah.
Like, he made it more, what would you call that style? Like, orchestral?
Yeah.
Because, like, he had more, like...
Yeah, because he still had, like, the system-y songs, like Empty Walls and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But he, like, his other stuff that wasn't singles, or I guess didn't get as much, like, media attention. Yeah, we're a lot more, like operatic.
That's the word I was looking for, man. Not orchestral. Operatic. Yeah, you're right. And to be honest, he has that kind of range. And voice that he could pull that off. So it's like his other work is great. So I think him as an artist himself is good alone. And then the way he's written some of these songs and sings them is like, he's good. I think he doesn't get enough credit. I know he gets some credit, but the hate that he gets, I don't think he deserves all of it.
Yeah, no.
It's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, maybe he's not your flavor, but that doesn't mean he's a bad musician.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you have to get to a point where people, like, you enjoy the music that you enjoy. That doesn't mean that you have to bash the music that you don't enjoy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
If
like,
it's something that's not your style,
that
doesn't mean it's bad.
Yeah. It means it's not for you. And that's okay. You don't have to be included in everything. You don't have to, like, get everything. Like, there's a lot of stuff that because of, like, my upbringing I don't relate to and I don't understand it. Like, as much as I love ska, when I look at some of the third wave ska with, like, how kids grew up in, like, suburban areas and like all of that stuff, I can't relate to that. You know what I mean? So it like that part of ska I don't like, but like I still, like, it's still fun fun time making like bad times feel good type of deal music, which is like I respect it, but it doesn't mean I like it, but it's just there.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, and it's crazy because I was legit, like, today, I was talking to my buddy Manny, who I work, shout out to Manny. I know he watches sometimes. I'm going to tag him because I mentioned his name.
Shout out.
We were talking about Rush because I had the radio
Oh,
playing,
yeah.
and then Rush had come on, and it was Limelight.
Oh yeah.
And like, we were like jamming out, and he goes like, I think Rush was like very underappreciated at their time. Like, Rush was a band that I don't think got as much love as they did now from when they were then. Like, then they were kind of like underappreciated. They were kind of overlooked, and like,
Yeah.
there wasn't like a huge following. You didn't hear much about Rush until like way later on,
Yeah.
which even I'm like, and I think that's crazy. Because remember when I first heard Rush, I was young, clearly, but I remember like Tom Sawyer.
Yeah.
And it would just like, it tripped me out. Like, what is this?
Dude, for real. For me,
I
it was
couldn't-
YYZ. That's the song I heard first. Just 'cause-
I'll be honest, I didn't hear YYZ until, what was it, Guitar Hero?
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
in there. Yeah,
It was reaching
yeah.
in there, and I'm like, this is Rush too?
yeah, and like wasn't like an instrumentalist. Like as a drummer, like I would hear like different type of shit, and one of my drum instructors was like, "Yo, like you need to like find out who Neil Peart is, and if you Neil Peart."
Neil Peart, yeah, and that was another thing I talked about. I'm like, yeah, and that's what's crazy is when you think about it, is at the time they weren't. You're right. Like, I don't think people talked about them nearly as much,
No,
and they definitely weren't up there on anyone's charts. But I'm like, they had Neil Peart, one
Alex,
of the greatest fucking
yeah.
drummers to ever exist.
Yeah,
I'm like,
for
if you
real.
ever saw his drum setup, holy shit!
Yeah.
And you're like, that all can't be because he plays it. Nah,
Yeah,
he does.
He plays it all. Yeah,
plays
He has a voice for everything. Yeah.
Yes, because Rush has that fucking range.
Yeah.
And then fucking
And he was a main songwriter most of the times too.
yeah,
Yeah.
fucking Neil Peart
Yeah.
and fucking
Geddy Lee.
Getty Lee.
Who's the
I was like
bassist.
Lee Getty Lee.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah,
Excellent bassist, excellent singer.
yeah, vocalist
Oh,
and
yeah.
bassist. I'm like, think about it. And they were a 3-piece group.
Yeah, Alex
They-
Lifeson was the guitarist. I hope I got that name right.
I know it was Alex.
Yeah.
I don't remember his last name. But like, yeah, there's the guitarist, a bassist who's also the vocalist, and then a fucking drummer.
Yeah.
And they were all fucking aces,
Yeah, for real.
like in their own respective skills.
Mm-hmm.
But they all brought it together to bring you Rush. And when you hear it,
Yeah.
you're like, there's no way. It's 3 people.
Yeah, I feel like the reason why they didn't get as much like acclaim as they did later on in their career was because the complexity of their music was
Yeah.
like had to stand against so many great bands of the time in the 70s and 80s.
It was pre-Dream Theater, before Dream Theater existed. Because I think Dream Theater was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? This is crazy.
Yeah.
But now they're appreciated. And it's like, oh yeah, because it's super
Yeah,
complex.
because they had to fight against titans like
Maiden,
Led Zeppelin,
Metallica.
even like people like Queen, like
True.
people
yeah, Queen was around
who
that time
like
too.
I'm not saying they're any worse songwriters or any like worse artists. Like they were able to create a lot more digestible material for people. Like not simple, but like like digestible. Like fucking Bohemian Rhapsody wasn't simple, like, but it was a lot
No.
more digestible to the human ear than something like Limelight or Tom Sawyer would be.
Yeah, like I think at the time, like Maiden was maybe having complexity and like bass riffs that could
Yeah.
compare, maybe even some drums,
Mhm.
like percussion that could match that kind of level was Rush, but Rush was fucking way more
Yeah.
complex and consistent in every song.
And they would definitely blend a lot more genres than the other bands would. Like
Yeah.
freaking Tom Sawyer has that fucking like reggae break in the middle of it.
no,
Oh, no,
that's,
Limelight.
no,
Sorry.
no, that Spirit of the Radio.
Oh fuck, you're right.
Yeah,
Damn. Yeah.
it has just that doon.
Yeah.
Oh, salesman.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, Spirit of the
I'm
Radio.
thinking of too many fucking songs.
Well, because they have a lot,
Yeah.
and they're all really good, but they're all
Yeah.
just as complex in their own fucking way.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. I just think it was crazy. Like, me and Buddy were talking about that today. Like, Rush was one of those bands that's just like, they weren't, and I remember they weren't as talked about compared to most bands, but nowadays a lot of people know Rush. A lot of people appreciate it. I'm like, that's a damn shame, seeing as though Neil Peart ain't around anymore.
Yeah, for real.
Like, yeah, and now you're never gonna get to. So
Thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Asshole. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's like, that's a shame when that happened. You know?
Yeah. No,
Like,
definitely.
I always thought they were cool growing up, but like I never
Yeah.
really saw many people talk about them. They weren't really up there, like, or like people we talk to, like
Yeah.
even our circle of friends, like
Oh,
Rush
yeah.
hardly is like up there.
Yeah. I will say there was one person who was always with the shit with Rush, and that was Phil.
True.
Yeah.
Well, I know why Phil, because his sister.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she, and to be honest, that's where I heard it a lot too. So that's kind of where it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, we all grew up like together. Like,
yeah.
I grew up mostly with my cousins and stuff. So like Phil's sisters, brothers, like, so yeah, that's where even like I knew Pink Floyd.
Mhm.
You know, like,
They had to compete with Pink Floyd, dude.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
That's another
Like,
fucking trippy band.
Yeah, exactly.
And I say
Like,
trippy because come the fuck on, they're all trippy.
dude. It's so
You
they're
take a
so
trip with all
talented.
those bands.
There was so. It's because there was so much fucking talent back then that like
Mm-hmm.
even though as saturated as music is now, back then the people that did make it to like the highest levels of fame had fucking tons of skill. Not
Yeah.
saying that music today doesn't have like a lot of skill, but music today is a lot more of how the music makes you feel and how the music can be marketed rather than I'm gonna fucking make a face blistering solo or like make an epic story
The
song.
riff is gonna be opposed to like there's complexities in
Yeah.
what is like, that's the rhythm.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, that's where we're starting, and imagine when it kicks up,
Yeah.
like it's different
Mhm.
from what it used to be.
Yeah.
And there is still some bands that I think nowadays, some modern bands that do try to carry that, or at least match that level of
Oh
complexity.
yeah, definitely.
But I think I know what you're coming from. Is like a lot of it just seems like marketed. It seems like marketed riffs, marketed
Mhm.
lyrics. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
you're kind of like, oh well, there's this song.
Yeah, like there's no like I don't want to say there's no experimentation, but I feel like because we've broken a lot of ground in the past 50 years with music. Like now it's just like, well shit, where do we go?
Yeah,
You know, like
who's gonna do what?
yeah.
Which I think one of my craziest fucking things hearing is, and nothing against them, Greta Von Fleet.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think they're great.
I have one Greta Van Fleet song on my Spotify playlist, like
Which
like
one is
songs.
it?
I don't know because whenever it comes on, every time I'm like, oh, I've never heard this Led Zeppelin song before, and then halfway through, I'm like, this isn't Led Zeppelin, and then I look at it, and I'm like, oh, it's that one Greta Van Fleet song that I'm like, this sounds really good, so I'm gonna put it on there. I'm not saying that like they're any worse for sounding like Led Zeppelin or anything, but
Vic,
it's
how dare you beat me to the joke before I said it?
okay.
How dare you? It was the joke.
What was
It was
that?
the
Yeah.
That's the comparison I was going for. Is like, it's weird that Greta Von Fleet, they're good.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard a number of their songs and they're solid.
Yeah.
But it's so baffling to me to think that the lead singer specifically does not like being compared to Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that goes for any band being compared to any band because you spend so much of your time practicing
And doing your own
making,
thing.
yeah, making at
But-
least making music that sounds good.
But
you know,
when you legit sound
Sound
like,
exactly like them, yeah.
Led Zeppelin,
yeah,
what do you want people to say?
yeah,
You're like, hey, this guy sounds just like Led Zeppelin, but it's good.
yeah,
And that makes you
Yeah,
mad.
Yeah.
It makes you mad because, hey, fuck you for
And-
thinking I'm good as this fucking band.
think he's getting mad that he's the only one getting compared to Led Zeppelin because
the rest of the band's
the
not. He is.
Drums, guitar, and bass do not sound like
No.
Led Zeppelin. No, it's just
I think
the sing.
everyone agrees. And you're right. They're not saying they sound like
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin.
I think that's why
specifically the vocals. And what's crazy is like they did an interview, and I'm an asshole for not remembering the lead singer of Led Zeppelin. Thank God I'm not the only one. So they did an interview with him, and he like they showed him Greta Van Fleet, and then his remarks were like, "He sounds great. He has a great voice." Like he was so
What the fuck?
the most British like reaction to it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like, "Yeah, oh, that sounds great. Like, yeah, that sounds lovely. Like I like his voice. It's like he's got some talent there." And then you hear the fucking opposite end from Greta Van Fleet being like, "Fuck you for thinking I sound like him."
For real.
While the guy who
Dude,
you sound like is like,
That's so fucking.
"I think he sounds good."
Dude, I thought of everybody from Led Zeppelin except the singer, so I have to look it up. It's fucking Robert Plant.
Plant.
I was like, Jimmy Page. No, that's the
It's
guitarist.
not Jimmy Page.
John Paul Jones. No, he's the bassist.
Plant. That's how I remember him. Like he's a fucking Plant.
Yeah,
Robert Plant.
yeah.
Son of a bitch. But yeah, I think it's hilarious that like they did an interview with him, and he's just like, "Oh, he sounds great."
Yeah.
But the Greta Van Fleet's just like, "Fuck you. How dare you? How dare you compare me to you?
Fuck you, Dad.
I'm nothing like you, Dad. I'll never be like you. I'm gonna be my own independent person, Dad. Can't tell me what to do."
I'll stay young and hip forever.
That's great, son.
Forever.
I'm so proud. I'm so
Forever.
proud of you, son. I wish you'd go on and do great things, son. You'll love. Before it happens, I saw it this time. I was like,
And then-
nope.
Yeah. And then Greta Van Fleet's like, crikey, because they're Australian, right? Are they Australian?
There's something.
Oh, okay. Where the fuck are they from?
Probably. Maybe. I'm just saying it's a weird flex to be mad about that. I mean, I get it. Like you said, you don't want to be compared. But it's not like anyone's saying it in an insulting manner. You know?
Oh, they're from Michigan. Oh man.
See, Vic, that's why I'm like, there's something. I
Yeah,
don't know what they are.
No, they're from Michigan.
Is that the south part of Australia?
Yeah. It's close to
Michigan, Austria?
Woo. That's close to the Outback.
Austin, Massachusetts.
Austin. Oh man. Whatever, man. I wish I was compared to a fucking music legend.
I mean, some people be mad about that, Vic. I guess you'd be surprised because I don't know. Like I said, I get it. It's just a weird thing to be mad about. And like I said, I don't think anyone's saying it in an insulting manner.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, I like this because they remind me of this band. And it's like, fuck you, we're our own thing.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you compare us to another great band? We are our own band.
Yeah. I don't know.
I tried to win Dale Gribble.
Yeah, you did go Dale Gribble. You know, like.
We're not your kind.
Oh man. Well, I don't think that's ever really happened before in music, though. There hasn't been a lot of like, this band sounds exactly like this band.
No.
So I think that's a first at least.
Right. Like it's I think it's a first in the sense that it's a singer that
Yeah.
sounds like another singer that's not in a tribute band.
Yeah, and they made it. They made it out.
And I think that's the great part. Like they have made their own name. You guys are on tour doing your own thing, which is great. And I don't think anyone's trying to take that from you.
Yeah.
It's just weird that you're mad about that.
Yeah. I wish I could be compared to a fucking singer.
Like, let's be honest. I'm going to say 80% of the people that probably even checked him out, started listening to him, and are probably really good fans of him, thought the same thing and were like, I like this band because they remind me of this band.
Yeah.
But they sound really good because they're new. And they're doing new shit. Because
like
it's their own
modern take on an old favorite band.
And I like it.
Yeah, that's super cool.
I'm pretty sure that's like 80% of the fan base.
Just be happy you're doing music for a living, you bitch. I'm just kidding.
And succeeding.
Yeah.
Succeeding in doing music for a
so
living.
many people who are never going to experience what you've experienced in your fucking lifetime. Who want to. Who would quit their day jobs. Would leave their fucking life behind to do some shit like that. Definitely not projecting.
Like
Shut up.
Like a podcast. Like a show that they're part of.
I would never leave the podcast. I would just do the podcast on tour.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
I dress my background to look like I'm where you're at.
Dude, get your green screen.
I green screen wherever the fuck you're at.
Dude, that'd be so sick.
To make it seem like I'm there.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
But it'd be a green screen of like a postcard from that city.
And then when we cheers, it's like it looks like we're cheering cups, but like it's just some guy on the RV with you and Milo with like
we have to like hit a sound effect that, like it's a clink.
Clink. Cheers.
Oh yeah.
I won't be there to pick up the fucking coasters you drop. See you drop a coaster, son of a bitch, Vic.
Dude,
I'll be there in a few hours, I guess. I'm in London. Said I'll be there in a few hours.
Oh man, I would find some way. Like if I ever fucking make it, I would find some way to hire you and other best friends.
I just tour. I'd just be like, so we're touring, right?
Yeah. I'd be like, cool. I'll hire you as like fucking something.
I could be fucking something.
Yeah.
I fit that criteria.
Yeah.
What would you say your expertise? Fucking something.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's hired.
Yeah.
What can you do? You could do fucking something. I don't know. We'll have him do fucking something because he sounds like he's confident in it.
Yeah.
No one else has come that
will
qualified.
say since you're getting married, I'm exclusively saying Cynthia only. Can
we get that as a sound clip? Fucking. I don't know.
Anyways. Oh man. So okay, let me ask you some random question before we like close out this episode. On a scale of 1 to 10, how pressured are you to have kids on the daily?
I'm not that pressured.
Really? What about the monthly?
Okay, so hold on. No,
what about the weekly and the monthly? 'Cause, like,
what do you say yearly?
Yeah.
On my taxes? Definitely.
Yeah.
Wish I had some to claim. No. So when you say pressure, do you mean like excuse me, people asking me?
Yeah, purely from external sources.
Oh, well, daily. Like
okay.
I don't know about Cynthia, but for sure on my end, I get that question a lot.
Yeah.
Like almost daily, if not every other day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only because like a lot of the people I either work with or talk to have kids. So they're like, when are you getting your own?
Yeah.
Or, like they'll be dealing with shit and I'm just like, do you, boo? Like that's the thing is like I respect that, right? Like you have kids.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, hey, I'm like, hey, go handle your shit. Like you got kids.
Yeah.
Like I'm not in a rush.
Yeah.
Like, oh, when are you gonna have your own? I'm like, fucking when it happens, if it happens. we ain't putting a rush on shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it's more of like a. So, I know Cynthia doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine, and I'm not in a position to be like pressure.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's really cool because I feel the same way.
Like I know I'm gonna get that question, like being the fucking guy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of those things like, well, that ain't my call.
Exactly. it isn't.
I was like, yeah, it that really doesn't matter as much as like that's not my call.
Yeah.
Like if it's a team thing, like that's the reason why we're getting married and everything. Where it's like it's a team effort. Like I feel like we're teaming this shit up. Like it's not a what I say goes. It's like a hey, we got this play. We got to make this quick. You in? It's like, okay, fucking, let's go downfield. Let's sink
Hail
this
Mary,
shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna sink this shit in, you know.
Yeah.
But it's not like hey, I want this, so you got to be on board.
Yeah.
It's like oh well,
Yeah.
if you don't.
Yeah.
That's the important call.
Yeah.
If you're not on board, it's one of those things like, well, why the hell would I put you through?
Yeah, for real.
You know, like, I feel that's a selfish thing to do in this day and age, where it's like, well, I want it, so you have to.
Yeah, that's not,
Well, unless you're gonna unless you're gonna burden it yourself.
Yeah, for real.
How do you think it's gonna work out, buddy?
Let me implant this uterus on you so you can carry the baby.
Don't judge me on this. I've legit thought about that. People are like, what would you if you could get pregnant? I'm like, I take the burden.
Yeah,
Like, it's gonna
dude.
suck. I'm like, yeah, no one said it's nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, have you heard the stories? I've heard all the stories
Yeah.
from multiple sources.
Yeah, dude, for real.
I'm like, but if it came down to it and that was my call, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure it's gonna suck. I've heard. It's
Mhm.
rough.
Yeah, you're pushing a fucking
Fucking
thing.
human.
Yeah.
A mini you.
That's how it shows how much I don't want to have kids.
thing.
But I called
I
it
should be
a thing.
Jeez.
Oh man, no, yeah, I'm asking because I get pressured almost daily, and it's like
How do you get pressure? But like you.
usually my parents are because they're like
Oh,
your brother. Has,
Okay.
your
yeah.
brother has kids.
That's a different story. That's a different story.
Your brother has kids. Why don't you have kids? He started having kids at your age, and I'm like, bro, like I got up at fucking 11 today. What do you want from me? Dude, I work nights. What do you want?
Oh my god, that response, bro! I got up at 11 today. What do you want from me? Where
think-
you
you
need to
think I'm
reevaluate
gonna
your
be like-
expectations of me as a
think I'm-
person.
I think I'm gonna go fucking get up 5 a.m. like a fucking guy. You'll be like, who wants to fuck?
Who wants to fuck?
Like, no, that's not. That's not.
Oh fuck,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah, and then like most of my past relationships was either like they had a kid and they didn't want kids anymore, or they just didn't want kids. So they would be like, "So you guys like thinking about like, no, she doesn't want to have kids. I'm saved." You know?
Because I feel like
Yeah.
that's half the call, right? Where
Yeah.
it's like, sure, you could, but I think it's more important. Like, if she doesn't want to, that's a shitty thing to like force.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. And like, if anything, like, if like worst comes to worst, I'd be like, oh well, we'll fucking adopt or some shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's always an option.
yeah, something like it's gonna be expensive as fuck, but
For real, that's what I've heard.
Yeah,
But we haven't like that's the thing is like that's where we're at. We're not even down that avenue yet. Where it's like,
Yeah.
well, why even? We're not there.
yeah,
We're not even worrying about it. That's not even in our fucking. We're doing things that we want to do.
yeah,
And if that's not what we want to do, that's not what we're
yeah.
gonna do.
Because I fucking get it. Because like for me at least, I have so many aspirations that I'm like, if I have a kid, it's gonna take me 10 times as long to like get it done. You know what I mean? Because of course I'm gonna prioritize my kid above anything else, and that's just gonna like push everything back, and I'm gonna be tired as fuck, and I'm not gonna have any money, and I'm not gonna, you know, like
Yeah, that's how it goes.
yeah. So why the fuck would I burden myself, my kid, and my partner by like having that be a thing? Rather just fucking work on it, and then once I'm done with all that shit, I'll be okay. Plus,
Right.
I've heard that like the older you are, the smarter your kids are. I don't know if that's true, but like
Only
I
one
hope
way
it
to
is.
find out.
I'm hoping I'm gonna have a kid when I'm 72.
You're a fucking genius over here.
Yeah,
Professor Oak in this
Einstein,
bitch.
Yeah.
Now, what's crazy is like
Yeah.
when you mentioned it, like that your parents are like they're the ones that like bring it up.
Yeah.
If anything, I get that question asked more from other people who have kids opposed to my parents.
Oh damn.
And it's because my parents are kind of like, they know.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Like they kind of know where it's like they're not trying to force that like perspective.
Yeah.
They don't be like, so grandkids. Like in fact, they address our kids, aka the cats now,
Yeah.
as like their grand fur babies.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I'm like, I've never
Where
brought
it's
that up.
understood.
Like I've never brought that up as them.
Yeah.
Like, but like they know we have cats. Like that's who we take care of is cats. And I'm like, they're handfuls on their own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just glad they're self-sustainable. And they're like, yeah. So they talk about them, but like it's never like the whole like, so when you gonna have a kid?
Yeah.
It's like, no, they get it.
Yeah. That's good. That's really good.
They're like, I think from them, as people who I think you would think would give me the most like, you know, like shit for it, like, or like the questions for it, they're the least, which is weird because
Yeah.
you think they'd be
higher
on
no,
those.
that's super weird.
Like they're one of the least people that give me that like that amount of shit for that question. It's other people like, oh come on, like it's a great thing. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm like, I don't understand why you think my lifestyle choice is like it's talking shit on yours. Like I've said nothing, but you think me making this choice is somehow affecting yours.
Yeah. Like I'm talking shit about you because I'm not having a kid.
Exactly, because I'm not dealing with whatever parent bullshit you're dealing with. Because like that's the thing, right? It usually only comes up when like something happens.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And like they're talking like something about like this happened with their kid today, and I'm like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
like oh fuck, that's some crazy shit, man. I'm like, fucking kids. And they're like, so when are you gonna have kids? I go, no.
After what you told me, never.
I'm like, I think you just set the bar back further, buddy. Like
for real.
Wherever it was is definitely further back now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, it's still a good thing. There's positive. I'm like, I don't think that was a doubt either. But I think that you have to try and sell it to me like that makes it a concern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly.
It's like when you're trying to sell a car to somebody, you're like, it's got like 100,000 miles, but it runs good. New brakes on there, brand new battery. It's kind of like, you said 100,000? Bitch, is there a new engine? like it sounds like it's still gonna have some problems. You band-aided what was probably a concern. I'm gonna get their fucking transmission's gonna blow.
Yeah, I mean the engine light's always on, but it's okay.
It's fine. I put some tape on that bitch. It's fine. Nothing's happened yet. Keep saying check oil soon, but I mean it's been about a year. I think it's been fine. I don't think I have to check it.
Oh man, I don't know. I think we're good on the episode, but I just have to ask. I don't know. It's weird how like I get asked about that kind of stuff in very different ways half of the time. Like, there's always something that is like a trigger for my parents to be like, "So when are you thinking about having kids?" Or like, "Do you want kids?" Or like, "What's going on?" Like, you seeing anybody? Like shit like that. And it's always nowadays it's mostly like when I'm taking care of like my nephew or something.
And they're like, huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
And she's like, you're so good with fucking hell, I can only remember his middle name, Kai. He's
I think that's already an image.
He's the baby.
That's already an image into what you would be as a parent. I can only remember his middle name.
Yeah. Because like AJ's super chill as fuck. Anyways, but yeah, they're like, "Oh, you're so good with them. Like, don't you think about having kids?" And I'm like, "No."
Just on. Oh my god, who did I say that to recently?
So the beauty of this is that I can be like, "Well, this is not my kid, so here you go."
Yes. Okay. That right. We were at a birthday party for Cynthia's nephew recently.
Yeah.
And like we were there, like a lot of her like other cousins and like relatives were there, and then one of them, like who I've met a couple of times, like they have 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
I want to say maybe 10, 8, maybe not too young, too old, but like he was like we were at a bowling alley, so it was like hectic as fuck. Already.
Yeah.
These are like handling the kids, and then like they come to us like, yo, when's the wedding? We're like, oh, this day, all this shit, right? Wow.
Yeah.
And then while trying to take care of a kid, and he goes, so guys you're married, and then you guys gonna try for one of these? And we're like, maybe not. And he goes, no, you guys don't want a kid? And I go, no, just on lease. Just on lease is fine. And he kind of looked at me like, what? And I go, Yeah, like in an uncle perspective, like like I'll watch your kid for the day, maybe. After that, it's kind of like a here you go.
Yeah.
All right, you ain't sleeping here.
Yeah.
You gotta
For real.
go on back now.
Yeah.
Here's all that candy I bought you. Make sure you down it before your mom finds out, because she's gonna get mad at both of us. So you gotta get rid of the evidence now.
For real.
I don't care what state you enter that house. Just know you were alive
Yeah.
with all 4 limbs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's important. Like, on a side note, I had to watch my nephew recently, and
Yeah.
he's like 13, 14. I forget.
Oh damn!
I just know he's a teenager.
Dude, last time we talked about him, he was like 9.
Good God. It hasn't been that long since we talked about him. What the fuck?
No, that's good.
Holy shit. I was like, no, that's not true.
Time flies.
Anyway, time
Yeah.
fucking flies. So I had to watch him for like the weekend. You know, when my parents, like, for my mom's birthday, they wanted to go do stuff. And I was like,
Mhm.
I'll watch him. He's a teenager. Like,
Yeah. Give him some Doritos and some Mountain Dew.
that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part about that thing. It's like, so I went there to, you know, I pretty much just chilled, right?
Yeah.
Like, I took my PS5. I was like, I'm just going to do what I do here, but over there, watch and play
pretty
shit.
much, yeah.
I'm like, which ironically is all he does. It's just watch and play shit in his room. And I'm like, well, that works out just fine.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, fridge is full of food and shit. And here's like $50 for food. I'm like,
Yeah.
aye,
Yeah, you got it, dude.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right. And then it's just it scared me a couple of times because I forgot I used to be like that, where like the first night woke up, no, I guess the first day, and then I was like, I think he's alive. I don't know, because like mom texts me, how's he doing? I'm like, I don't know.
You know, I haven't really talked to him.
I was like, I haven't seen him today. It's almost 2:00. She's like, yeah, no, he wouldn't be awake yet. I'm like, well, TBA, I guess. And then sure as shit, like 2:30, he comes down. What's for food? And I'm like, he is alive. I'm like, well, there's shit to cook in there. We could get shit. What do you want? I'll make like a microwave pizza. I'm like, fantastic. What was crazy, like the second 2 days, and I'll wrap this up, was like for dinner, I was kind of waiting. Like it was like the third, I was there for 4 nights, right? It's like the third night, I was like, hey, you know, what are we gonna, are you hungry? It was like around dinner time, right? And he goes, not really, because I did see him make food earlier in the day.
Mhm.
But now it's dinner time, and I'm like, are you hungry? And he's like, not really, I've been snacking. I'm like, on what? He goes, I have cookies. I'm like, so you good? He goes, yeah, I'm all right for now. I'm like, all right. I'm like, well, there's stuff to make down here. I'm like, because I was more like, are we ordering something, or
Yeah.
are we just gonna make something?
Yeah.
So I was like, cool. So I'm gonna go make something. So I made something, but I never saw him come back down for the rest of the night. Even when I went to bed, and I was like, I guess he's okay. And the next day comes around, and then I hadn't seen him come back down except to like get water, right? Because he like takes like, he's like a fucking like pack rat where he like comes down and gets like 6 bottles of water and takes them up with him, and I'm like, well, at least I know he's hydrated.
Yeah, for real.
So I was like, okay, but I never saw him make food.
Yeah.
So that's what was concerning me. And that was like 4:00, and it's been all day. So I'm like, as a parent, I'd be failing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because I never before that point went to go ask him, hey, you all right?
Yeah.
I just know he came down for water, so I just assumed he has to be okay.
Yeah.
And then like 4:00 rolls around, and I go, hey man, I was in the mood. I'm like, hey, it's like our last night. I go, let's make it like a thing. I was like, let's order some food. 'Cause I thought he'd be wanting more food. I was like, well, we got this money, like we can order some food. So I was like, hey man, like I yelled up to him, you good? Yeah, I'm all right. Are you hungry? He goes, not really, but I mean I could eat. And I'm like, what have you been eating? I was like, how are you not starving? He goes, oh, I have cookies. And I go, are these the same cookies you had yesterday? And he goes, maybe. I'm like, how hold on, how many cookies do you have?
Yeah,
up there?
that's question number 1.
Yeah, at that point I'm like, how much fucking cookies do you have?
how,
up there?
how many cookies have you ate?
Yeah, because now I'm really concerned. Where it's like, okay, you're eating.
how many have you been eating?
Yeah.
I'm like, good God, to be that young.
Yeah.
I was like, geez, man. It's like, hold on. Don't you need nourishment?
Yeah.
Don't you need sustenance? And he goes, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. You're the adult here. It's like,
Looking at me like, you tell me. And I'm like, yes.
yeah.
Yes, you do. And I'm like, look. Little shit. I was thinking of ordering food anyways. And he goes, okay. And I go, what would you like? And he goes, what can I get? And I go, this is where you can have an opinion.
Yeah.
How about you start telling me what you want? And he goes, I can go for some pizza. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, Mike, now what kind? Because there's a lot.
Yeah.
And it was just weird. Because his first thing was, I don't know, I guess Little Caesars. And I go, first of all, you need to raise your standard of good pizza. Because you can get good pizza. You need to raise your standard of good pizza.
Homie's thinking like a fucking father of four, dude. He's like, well, we can get Little Caesars. It's cheap. It's pretty good.
Yeah. And I'm like, I straight up told him, I'm like, bro, I'm like, you need to raise your standard. Little Caesars is that I need 10 pizzas for a fucking party right now.
Bro, that's so fucking wild. As like to see like Gen Zers in action. Like the whole like differential of like growing up, like if my uncle or cousin who like you would usually take care of me, if they were like, hey man, you want to eat, like we can get whatever, I'll be like, oh shit, well can we get this or this? Like I would give options. Like
you'd think,
this is
right?
the shit that I never get, so I'm gonna ask for it now.
Can I get the thing that, which is what I was expecting. I was expecting high-end shit.
But like Gen Z just gave up. They were like, well, we can get fucking Little Caesar.
And I'm like, bro, first of all, you are out your mind if you think I'm selling on Little Caesars. I'm like, Little Caesars is that I need like 10 pizzas right now for a party on the cheap.
And that's some fucking crazy bread.
Yeah, because I know there's a coupon for it. Then his second alternative goes, well, I like Papa John's. I go, okay. I mean, yeah, it's slightly better.
Yeah, does it concern?
And I was like, okay, I guess. I was one of those where I'm like, I haven't had it in so long. Maybe,
yeah,
maybe it's not as bad.
I'll just drown it in garlic sauce or whatever.
It comes with pepperoncinos, maybe, right? I just down that shit. So I was like, well, fuck it. Like, okay, well, why not Papa John's? He goes, well, because I know they don't deliver here. Like, I guess it's weird. Like, the address is just out of their delivering range on their website.
Oh,
yeah. When I was like, hold on, is that what you want? And he goes, yes. Bet I can get him to deliver, because I wasn't gonna go pick it up.
Yeah.
Because he goes, well, yeah, usually Grandpa has to go pick it up, and I go, yeah, I ain't doing that shit. I'm like, bet I can get it to deliver. And he goes, all right. So I want this. I want cheese pizza. I'm like, simple. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, do you know how many delivery apps I have on my phone? I will find one that has it.
Yeah.
And get free delivery.
Yeah.
And I did.
Nice.
I was like, DoorDash to the rescue.
Pass.
Yes. I'm like, and saved on the fees.
Oh man, yeah.
And I was like, is that why you want pizza? And then I also like breadsticks. I'm like, I bet you do. That's what I thought. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, you can tell me what else you like. I'm like, you want garlic knots too?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's cool. I was like, do you want cheesy bread?
Yeah.
He goes, no, just garlic, just breadsticks. I'm like, that's basic. Who are you?
For real.
All right, we can wrap up now.
Well, if you'd like to have some kids,
whoa, are you making an offer right now?
go to our link tree and meet hot shingles in your area.
Hot shingles, you say?
But I hope you guys had a great time with us. I definitely had a great time this week.
It's been fun.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. But we hope you guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you for joining us.